Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Force, and here today we will be checking out Helldivers, a top-down dual-joystick shooter from Arrowhead Game Studios, the same company that brought you Magicka. And like Magicka, this game has got some hilarious moments that come as a side effect of friendly fire in co-op. But before we go into showing you the 4-player co-op, I just wanted to basically give you a basic rundown of what this game is. So just show you some gameplay here of me playing a mission by myself. The game is broken up into various difficulties. From what I've seen so far, there are 10 different difficulties. There might be more, but that's all I've seen in my current level at level 9. I've seen a total of 10 different difficulties. But it has seemed like as I've leveled up, there's been more difficulties unlocked for me, so there might be additional ones beyond this. But there's several different terrains. There's basically a snow type terrain, a forest type terrain, or a jungle, and a desert type terrain. And on these terrains, you're basically brought to these different planets with missions, and you must complete those missions, which, for example, right here for me, I've got a mission to pick up a suitcase essentially and bring it to a bunker. I also have a mission to retrieve. I have to retrieve a black box, bring it to a bunker, and then I also have to destroy some bug nests. A couple different enemy types. There are bug enemies and cyborgs, and depending on the difficulty and the enemy type that you're facing, you're going to be encountering different things, different challenges, and there's also, of course, the challenge of playing with other people and worrying about them killing you. That's a legitimate concern. All right, so I'm going to now take this black box to the bunker. You're going to notice on my map on the lower left-hand corner, it's right across the way here. So this is just a little zone, and the way it works is every time you start a new mission on any given planet, you're going to be dropped into these little zones that appear to be procedurally generated. I've played for about 5 hours right now, and I don't think I've seen the exact same layout twice. Now, you're doing a lot of the same missions, which are pick up an object, bring it to a location, eliminate a target, defend a location, things like that. It's a lot of the standard, basically anything that you expect from a game that has what essentially boils down to quests. Now, when you're making your way from objective to objective, you've got to worry about scouting parties. Now, you can spot them by bringing up your map, and you notice a ping that happens every couple of seconds, and then any red dots in the area, that shows you where a nearby scouting group is. Now, the scouting groups you can take out before they call in reinforcements. You just have to be quick. You have to know where they are ahead of time. And actually, I'm able to bring this safely. I don't think I'm going to come across anyone here. I'm going to drop this in and run away. Perfect. So we completed the first of 2 objectives on this particular map. Our next objective is far in the northern corner here. So I'm just going to make my way in this direction. So let's talk a little bit about what this game is and what you can do. First of all, there's 2 different weapon types. It is a dual joystick shooter, so I'm moving with the left joystick, aiming with the right joystick, and then firing with the triggers. There's regular fire. There is also, all right, we're going to let these guys spot us, and that counts in a scouting party. There's also grenades. I can throw a grenade with the right trigger there. After a couple seconds, it's going to pop. But one of the really cool things about this game, and something that really adds sort of a level of strategy, is the call-down system. So I pull up the call-down system by hitting the right bumper, and then depending on the loadout that I picked prior to the mission, you'll have different things available to you. Some of them have limited use, some of them have unlimited use. One of the things that I have with unlimited use is this little airstrike, which is right, it's right up, and it calls down an airstrike after I throw down a beacon in a couple of seconds. And we got a lot of scouting parties here, and they're calling in a lot of reinforcements. So I've been using my sidearm. I also can switch to a main weapon. The one that I have on my current loadout is basically like a sniper. Very, very high-powered weapon. Not really necessary on these small creatures. The small ones, I can just use my little sidearm. And I'm starting to run low on ammo. One of the other call-downs that I've picked with my current loadout is a ammunition call-down. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Down, down, up, right. This also is unlimited use. However, it's got a fairly lengthy cooldown, so I'm not going to be able to basically spam in ammo non-stop. You have to make sure. Oh no! They almost called in some more reinforcements, which would have really made me angry because I'm trying to get to the next mission objective here. So yeah, primary and secondary weapon. I've got grenades. There's also specialty weapons you can call down. For example, my the second in line there is this mech unit, and that's down right. It's down right, up, left, down, down. Now, I don't actually want to call this down right now. I want to wait till I get to my next objective, so I'm just going to make my way to that vicinity, which is up in the northern quadrant. So I've got a few things. Right now I've got access to call down turrets, a mech, the strafing thing, which is this. I can also, oh, watch out. Gotta worry about killing yourself with your own weaponry. I can also call down a nuke, which is specific to the destroy bug nest mission. And then there's the option to call in reinforcements, which is other players. I can basically call out an SOS and request that other people join my game. So once more, this is a co-op game, although I'm starting off showing you, oh no, this is a bad spot. I don't want to be stuck here. I'm starting off showing you some single players just to sort of give you a basic introduction before we get into the multiplayer is crazy. I mean, there's a lot going on, and you have to worry about dying to your own teammates, similar like you had to worry in Magicka. Like it's a legitimate concern. It really is. All right, so I got to destroy these 5 bug nests. I'm going to call down a turret right in front of where I'm going to be setting up shop here. I'm checking for scouting parties before I go in there, though. So, oh no. They scout you based on line of sight. So when you break line of sight, notice how the bug is not trying to call anyone in right now. But as soon as it comes within line of sight, it will attempt to. So I gotta make sure that I kill it before it can do that. There you go, so perfect. So that's why you want to bring up your map as often as possible if you're playing solo, although you don't need to play solo. Like this game is fully, it's really meant to be played in a group. Once more, the only reason I'm showing it to you solo here is so that you can get a good idea for the fundamentals. So I just called down a auto turret as well as my mech suit. So I can hop in my mech suit. I'm gonna wait. Ah, no. All right. I'm gonna kill reinforcements. And while I'm actually in this, I can plop down my my nuke, which is gonna be used to destroy these nests. So I am going to do that right now. So we're gonna go up, left, right, down, up, down. And this whole thing too, this whole system of having to call in these items, these specialty items, or these defenses or these specialty attacks, it really creates a level of strategy and stress when playing this game. Because you worry, it's like, do I want to shoot things? Do I want to run away? Do I want to dodge? Do I have to reload? Or do I have time to call down, for example, a quick little artillery shot like this? You really have to make decisions, and it can be pretty scary. All right, so it looks like we didn't meet much opposition here. So this is going to be pretty easy. I'm going to put the exosuit over here before I... Okay, so we're going to put the exosuit here. I'm going to activate this, and it's going to blow up after a few seconds, so I need to get the heck out of here. That was pretty close. They honestly almost got me there. Like, I almost died from my own bomb. Okay, now I need to make it to the extraction point, which is down in the lower right-hand corner. So I'm going to go ahead and start walking my way over there in my little mech suit here. All the objectives are completed, so I can leave. You'll have noticed tips popping up in the upper right-hand corner. You can disable it. I have just been leaving it up for the sake of you guys who might not know anything about this game. I want you to be able to see those tips. Even if I'm not reading them off to you, you can still see them, of course. Have to worry about environmental hazards such as those landmines. There's also cliffs and stuff that you can fall off of, so you just have to be aware of that. And then this is amazing. We got 2 samples right next to each other. So samples, these are collectibles that are used for research to upgrade your character. There is a progression system in this game. As you level up, you'll unlock new weapons and new cooldowns, but then also all of those weapons and cooldowns can be upgraded. It's a small upgrade tree, it's nothing huge, but there are a couple of upgrades for the various weapons and for the various cooldowns. Like for example, my ammo cooldown, I've upgraded it once and that reduced the cooldown time. So or excuse me, it reduced the call down time. So it originally took 15 seconds after I called down ammo for it to be available, and now in my one level up, it's available in, I believe, like 10 seconds. So it reduced it by 5. And then there's a third tier, which I can have it available in 5 seconds. I can call down an auto turret now. It's off cooldown, so we're going to go ahead and do that, just to add a little bit of extra defense here. So we're going to throw that out there. And I just basically have to wait a minute now for the shuttle to arrive. So I should be fine. This mech suit is a little ridiculous. It seems like it might be a little overpowered, to be honest with you. It's got a ton of ammunition. It gives you an extra health bar. And the firepower is absurd. It's definitely a bit... Oh, I just killed my own freaking turret. That's not good. The firepower is absurd. It seems a bit stronger than the other... It basically fills a support weapon slot. So you can pick up... There's like rocket launchers or heavy machine guns, or you can have one of these, and this just seems just like supremely powerful. I suppose that the negative to it is it's got a very slow turning speed, so you notice I can't just turn on a dime, so that can make things a little difficult. But especially when you're playing in a group, which we will take a look at right after this, it's not much of a problem. You just have to be careful about shredding your own team. That's basically it. You got to be careful about shredding your own team. So this was a pretty basic mission that we saw. Not a lot of different enemy types. As you go up in difficulty, the number as well as the variety of enemies increases. And I'm going to go to a higher difficulty mission when we play with other people. So let's go ahead and hop out. We will complete this mission, and then we'll move on to take a look at where this game really shines now that you have a basic understanding of the fundamentals, where this game really shines, which is the multiplayer. Alright, so this is just a quick little mission recap. I completed both of my objectives. That's 1 star. I extracted correctly. That's 2 stars. And I had a low death count. That's 3 stars. You get these revives when you play by yourself, or when you're playing with other people, they can revive you. And the lowest amount of times you die and the least amount of revives you receive, the more likely you are to get that 3rd star. And this is going to give you more experience towards your progression, which levels you up, which unlocks new weapons and cooldowns. You know, a pretty simple thing. This is sort of the galactic battle map, and there's 2 main factions we're fighting against right now, the bugs and the cyborgs. And what you can see here, these different quadrants are basically us pushing back the enemy. Now, I've been focusing my attack on the bug front. So you can see that the furthest quadrant is the one that you'll get access to. And if the enemies push you back collectively, everyone who's playing this game online will have to fight to keep them away from Super Earth. And the whole idea is you want to push close enough to get to their homeworld. And you'll notice again, we're getting pretty close to the bug homeworld. So I'm going to hop in here and continue the effort, continue the fight. In fact, you can see some live stats on the side with a number of enemies killed, number of Helldivers that have lost, and then accidentals, which I'm assuming that's friendly fire if I were to venture a guess. They list it as different planets, but the planets will cycle through. It's essentially just a list of difficulties. So starting off all the way at the beginning with 1, a dive in the park, and then it goes to very easy, medium, challenging, very challenging, hard, very hard, hard as hell, and a suicidal mission, which I actually can't unlock until I get to level 10. But the whole idea is it's not specific planets that you're fighting for, although you do have your missions on planets. It's just the different difficulties. So for example, I'll do a number 5, just a challenging one, since I'm going to do this by myself, and once I complete the planet, this Clayorel will be replaced with another level 5 challenging planet. And all the planets really dictate are the environments that they are, essentially. So you notice this is a forest environment. There's also snow and desert. And I believe at the moment that that's basically it. Yeah, so forest, snow, and desert. I happen to like the forest one. And again, I want to show you a moderately difficult one. So this is, you go through different missions on the planets, and then once you complete all of the missions on a specific planet, you'll get the planet reward. So for example, if I finish all 3 missions here, I'm going to get a 350 XP boost. But we're just going to take you through one mission. And it also, well, let me just show you here, for example. So I can go up here, and this is my armory. In the armory, I can do things like change the suit that I'm wearing. So there's like a few different, I really like the look of the ranger suit, to be honest with you. So we could go with that. And you can also change from male to female, which they look the same character models to me. I guess they just have different voice actors. I actually don't really know. Then there's weapons. So currently, in fact, let me upgrade the Peacemaker. This is my sidearm. So you've got a sidearm and then a primary weapon. Now I am currently using this one right now, the camper. But there's a whole bunch of different other ones, and you can see as I level, these are locked right now, but as I level up, I'm going to gain access to additional primary weapons. So for the base primary weapons, there's a camper, which is like, it's a high caliber semi-automatic marksman rifle. There is the scythe, which is a continuous beam weapon that heats up and does damage in the beam. The defender is a low caliber rapid fire weapon. The breaker is a automatic shotgun. The liberator is a fully automatic assault rifle. So you get to choose from any of these primary weapons, and then you get the Peacemaker as a sidearm as well. And there's more, there's more weapons that I'll eventually get access to. So you'll notice that I just spent 2 research points to upgrade this final tier. Like I said, there's just a couple of upgrades per weapon or per call-down. And the call-downs, their actual name in this game are stratagems. So there's different call-downs. There's supply call-downs. There's defensive, offensive, and specialty. And I can spend points to increase the effectiveness of them. Now, let's grab one that I use quite often. I have actually been using this call down a lot, the strafing run, so I would like to upgrade this one. So let's upgrade it once more, which will improved routines for flight paths, allow the strafing run to be called down more often. So this is reduced call time. Okay, perfect. And I'll spend one more, which increases the duration. So the duration will now be increased. All right, so we're going to use research points. So yeah, that's what you can use. This is what you use your progression stuff on. The stratagems or the call down upgrades and the weapon upgrades. And then there's also perks, and you unlock these as you progress your character, as you level up, and as you complete different missions on planets. So yeah, all sorts of different. I've unlocked 4 so far of a total of 9 that will eventually be available. And I pretty much am always using the laser aim module because of my main weapon, which is a long distance weapon, the camper. If I was using like a shotgun, I probably wouldn't use the laser aim module. But all that stuff aside, let's go ahead and hop into a multiplayer game. Now this can be a little finicky. You notice all these games are full, and there's a filter system, but unfortunately you can't filter out full games, which I don't quite get. I'm going to filter out bug games though, because I'd like to show you the other enemy type, which are the cyborgs. And okay, so let's go ahead and go back and try to get a cyborg game. It can be a little finicky. It doesn't always connect right away, but it looks like I happened to get lucky this time, and we did get a connection right away. So before you get called down, you can choose your perk. Again, a few different options, but because of my type of weapon, we're going with the laser aim module. We're going to continue to use the camper, and we're going to use this loadout that we have right here. I've just upgraded that. All of this looks good. Let's go ahead and hit confirm, and this will load us up into a current multiplayer mission. Now let's see how my team is doing. So we're gonna get called down, and now this is where this game shines. So I hope you stuck around to watch us actually get to the multiplayer, because this is where things can get really interesting, really crazy. I do believe this is a more difficult mission, simply because all of the objectives that we have. Notice how there are 3 objectives as opposed to just like 2, and the more difficult missions again will have harder enemy types. You'll deal with, I believe you deal with more enemies. I'm actually not positive if that's the case, but from my experience, it seemed as if you deal with more enemies. Oh no, I died. I think one of my allies blew me up, actually. So hopefully they call in a res. Everyone should have access to a res. I'm gonna ask for a reinforcement here. There we go, and you can see that they're talking because you're able to chat, and that's also part of the reason I didn't want to start off with the multiplayer, because I didn't want to have you guys listen to a bunch of chatting, because that's not fun. In fact, Rumplin is talking a heck of a lot, so I'm actually going to I think I'm gonna mute him just for the sake of this video. Let's get this guy up. He's down. All right, so we're gonna mute him because I don't want you guys to have to listen to spam like this. Oh shoot. Get me up, get me up, get me up. Thank you. All right. So let's see here. What are we even doing? Are we going to our mission? We need to be going to the bottom right. Let's go this way, guys. Come on. So yeah, it's the same thing as we were doing before as single player, but now it's in a group of 4 people. And I'm going to tell you this: if you can play this, we want to make sure we pick up our sample for upgrades. The entire group gets it, no matter who picks it up. If you can play this with other people that are friends of yours, this is going to be an awesomely fun experience. Similar to how Magicka was, like, because you get hilarious moments where you're fighting off these crazy invasions, and then all of a sudden, one of your teammates blows you up, and the whole thing is ruined. Like, these are the sort of situations that will happen, and it's awful, but it's really funny at the same time. It really makes for an enjoyable experience. So our objective is right over here. I'm gonna call in some ammunition because I do need some. I'm gonna be aware of the fact, though, that your team can pick stuff up as well. I'm also gonna call in a turret for our team because we have to defend this here. So we're gonna call in a defensive turret right over there. And it looks like one of my allies also called in a defensive turret. So we're gonna have 2 on this side. Whenever there's a call down, whether it's ammunition or turrets or whatever, you have to be aware of the fact that if it lands on you, it will kill you. So you gotta be very careful. All right, let me pick that guy up. Nope, he died. Let me call in. I'd like to call in a res here, so I have a res available, so we're gonna call it in. Oh, someone else just called it in? Okay, so I can cancel. We don't need, if someone else just called it in, we can cancel. I can call in some strafing runs to help my team, especially since I've got the upgraded one now. I should do that. So it's in queue right now. I can toss it down at any point. Just gonna wait till we see someone come through. Here we go, toss it right over here. So there's gonna be the strafing run, and it's gonna go right across. The thing is awesome. I absolutely love it, and it's got a very short cooldown now, so I can basically spam it. I can basically just keep tossing it out, and we'll be good to go. 17 more seconds, and we'll have fully defended this. I like my pistol now because it fires in burst, which is cool. I mean, look at how protected we are from this backside. It's fantastic. Our friend just died to the turret fire. That's the one thing I forgot to mention. There's a cover button, which basically allows you to get beneath that fire. So if anyone's ever shooting in your direction, you can cover to protect yourself. They will shoot over you. You don't have to worry about. So if someone's like really trolling really hard, you can at least dodge down to try to avoid that fire. It's not guaranteed that you're gonna die from it, you know what I mean? Okay, our next objective is to the left-hand side. So I'd like to tell my team to move in this direction. There's a sample right there, so we can pick that up. Certain stuff in the environment will slow you down, like in this particular type of level, this tar will slow me down. If you're on fire, you can also dive, and that's gonna put out the fire. Okay, we need to go this way, guys. So head on over here. Come on, team. Come on. All right, they just got reinforcement call-ins, so we gotta be careful here. I really like this pistol now that I have this, oh my gosh, I forgot to reload. I really like this pistol now that I have it, like this 3-round burst thing. It's really good. Okay, we gotta go up here now. Right up in this direction. And in this one, we have to just defend this for a couple of minutes. We should be fine, though. I'm going to get ready to call down a strafing run. I've got it basically queued up here. Here we go. I'm going to toss this out in this way. So that's going to come down right where they're coming from. Watch this. Boom. Blew up the big guy. I love it. The large guys with the flamethrowers are the ones that call in support in these groups for the cyborgs. So those are the ones that you want to kill. And if you get on fire, you just want to dive down, and you're good. Shoot. Call down a strafing run there. And we need to keep doing this. We're not activating it. There we go. Updated that there. Dive down because I'm on fire. Guys, we can't run away. We haven't completed this yet. Come on. Alright, since my team doesn't appear to be wanting to do this, I will. Oh no. I need to reload. Okay, here we go. Oh no. Oh gosh. Get me up. Get me up, get me up. Okay, good. We finished it. Get me up, please. Get me up, please. Guys, they're not... This team is not very helpful. They are not very helpful. Alright, I need some more ammo pretty desperately. So I'm going to call in a ammo drop right in this direction, since this is the direction we're moving. And it's going to drop down in 1 second. Okay, beautiful. No! No, I'm almost dead. Get me up, get me up. Thank you. Oh, gosh, that was really close. Okay, so where do we need to head? We need to head right up here to capture the area. But yeah, I mean, this is again, this is it. This is what this game is. I actually take it back. We're not seeing the higher level enemy types, so I think this is just like a medium to low difficulty challenge that we're on right now. I do not believe, I'm pretty certain this is not one of the higher difficulties, but I still think that everything we've seen here today gives you a good idea of what this game is all about. I'm gonna tell you right now, I've been playing all afternoon. It is a heck of a lot of fun. If you enjoyed Magicka at all, I think this is, it's got very similar, it's a very similar experience. I'm gonna call in reses here for our downed guy. I'm coming. And drop that. Drop a strafing run back here. Alright, we got our ally up. But yeah, that's basically the game. We're just going to go about, and this team is kind of a hot mess. We're not doing the greatest, but we're just going to go through and then finish the mission, go through extraction, just like you saw me do by myself. But I do feel like this gives you a really good look at what this game is all about. I might do some additional coverage just to maybe show some of the higher difficulty stuff. So expect maybe at least one more other video from me, because I am really having a lot of fun with this game, and I like to show you some top tier stuff. Maybe I could actually get some of my friends who have this game to do some of that with me. I think that could be a great time. I really do. Communication blocked. Oh no. That's not good. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video checking out Helldivers. It's available now on PlayStation platforms, including the PS3, PS4, and Vita. Unfortunately not available on Xbox or PC, but hopefully at some point in the future it comes out on those consoles as well, because if you don't have a PlayStation device, it would be a crying shame if you wouldn't get the opportunity to try this game. I really enjoy it that much. If you're looking for a fun co-op experience, this game is definitely got you covered. Have a fantastic afternoon. I will see you guys later. Keep watching and keep owning. Get away from me, giant knife dude.